Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a demo for you of a commissioned portrait which I've made from a reference photograph. Now that is quite different than the work I usually make because I am really into working from life or from imagination, but I really hate using photographs. Still, I had to this time, and I hope you enjoy seeing my painting process. I'm not going much into my technique in my chat because my approach really is very much the same whatever I paint. So I don't want to repeat myself in every video. Still, if you have anything to ask about my painting process or you would rather have that I explain more about my thoughts as I'm painting, then please let me know in the comments below and I'll take that with me for the next video. So here I am, finally painting again. I haven't touched my brushes for a while because firstly I had the flu, and then my husband was away all the time because he had to help out his family with the potato harvest, and so he was away from home many days from morning till night, and that meant I had to take care of my little son all by myself, and so I didn't find the time to do anything creative. Well, at least not in my art studio. And last week I finally had the opportunity to paint a bit, and I still had this commission to do, this portrait commission, and I had procrastinated it because I didn't like to do it because I had to work from photograph, and you people know that I always work exclusively from life, with the exception of my watercolors, which I paint from imagination. But I have swore many years ago when I left the art academy and I had done several portrait commissions from photograph that I would never do it again because I truly didn't like it. And here I am working from photograph, and that is because it is just easier with our busy lives. So I have a lot to do. The people who have to be portrayed have a busy life. So it is just a lot easier to do this in my own time, working from a photograph. But I find it very hard because with this picture hanging in front of me the whole time, I tend to focus too much on details. And when I am working from life, I have this pressure of capturing the moment, the essence, because my model will be gone in a few hours. And so I think my work is more spontaneous, and that's what I like about it. Anyway, here you see me painting this portrait, which I have decided to paint life size. And as you've seen, I have started just placing some rough reference lines first. I'm sorry if you hear me speaking in a bit of a strange way, but I have a cold again. And after I have drawn the main lines, I started placing the most dark shapes. So in the eye sockets and his beautiful laugh. And after I had done that, I decided to go in right away with the very, very vibrant pink nose, and from there the other rose hues. And I think that those colors work great with the green colors that are present in the photograph. I took the photograph outside, in front of a pear tree. And I think that the green colors of the leaves and the pears work great together with the greenish colors in the bottom part of the face and hair, of course. I am trying to work with a very big brush almost the entire painting process, and that is the way I try to keep the whole image in mind instead of focusing on details which I already tend to do a lot. So just I switched to a smaller brush just towards the end of the painting process. I don't know if you can see it in this video because I quit recording it after a while. So you'll see that the end result is much more refined than the last shot of the demo. But yeah, green, pink colors, they create a great complementary contrast. And to make this color harmony even more rich, I have put some purples in there as well. So this is actually one of 3 portraits of siblings I am painting. The other one of his older brother is finished too. And now I only have to do the sister. So I'm painting them all on the same panel. I will cut the separate pieces at the end, but I like to paint them all on the same panel, which is a very big one. So I can make sure that the colors of each single portrait, that the colors look nice also in comparison with the other portraits. As you can see, I have painted almost the entire face, and I'm now adding the background. That is something I would never do when working from live. I usually am all over my painting, so I look at the color harmonies. It doesn't mean if it is foreground or background, but here I just got absorbed in all those hues in his face, and so I completely forgot to to paint the background. I'm very sorry. Well, actually, this background is getting a bit of an impression of what it actually was, because I have moved the branches of the tree a bit as to fit my composition best, and I'm keeping it all very raw to create a nice textural contrast with the more refined and detailed face. Now, it's not that I don't like to paint commissions. I do, but not from photograph. So if you want your portrait to be painted by me, then please contact me either through Instagram or my website, and I'll be happy to paint your portrait of that or that of a loved one, as long as you can come to sit for me on my atelier. I have done so one time before with a young model, and you might have seen the demo of that painting too. I was struggling a lot here with the light. My studio has windows on the south side, and the windows are very, very large and very high, all up to the ceiling. And most part of the windows I have draperies, but there is this very small upper part of the windows where there are none, and so obviously the sun comes exactly from there and I can do nothing about it. So every time I'm just moving my easel and the poster I'm working from. It's so annoying because it changes the whole light situation in the studio as well, because I have these white walls, and here you can see when the sun comes, then everything tends to lighten up so much that it is completely different than the cloudy atmosphere. Still, it would be even more disastrous if I had a live model sitting there and him or her having sunlight on his face one time and none the other. So I mustn't complain. But yeah, I like to complain. And you might have seen that I have a new haircut. I intend to make a self-portrait one of these days, if I can find the time, because I still have so many other projects I want to do. But it would be nice to have a self-portrait with short hair. All my self-portraits are painted when I had long hair. So I intend to do it. So the annoying thing about the photograph, sorry, and then I will stop complaining about using a photograph. I know there are many people who use them and they make great work from it, but I just think that it doesn't work for me, because when I have already found the essence, I can't see it. It's so weird that because I'm staring to the photograph the whole time, I think, no, I'm not there yet. No, I'm not quite there yet. And then I keep going on and I lose the strength of my brush strokes, and it all becomes a little boring, I think. Not that I'm dissatisfied about the final result. But I think I would have done it even better if I would have worked from life. Especially because it was the photograph was taken outside, and I just love working on plein air. The colors are so much better working from life under a tree. Then there would have been even more reflection of the greenish colors of the pear tree, and maybe even the blue colors of the sky reflecting on his face. I hope that now that the potato harvest is finally concluded, I can go more to my studio and work on my very big canvas you might have seen if you follow me on Instagram. I work with 2 wonderful live models, and it is going to be a very imaginative piece. And after that one, I have to do another very big painting, which is going to be largely from imagination, and it's going to feature a dark forest with a lot of magic mushrooms. So, and that is the project that awaits me after these portraits are done. And when I've done that, I can finally work on my book. And no, not the children's book, because I have largely finished that one. I only have to refine a bit of the text and let people read it before sending it to an editor. But I'm talking about my picture book I want to make about a Sardinian sheep here in the north of the Netherlands, which I'm going to fill with very big and colorful and dreamy watercolors. You might have seen it in my video about my art studio tour. There is a time-lapse in there, a time-lapse of some watercolor sketches I've made as preparation for the final pieces. So that is something I'm really dying to do. These are all things I do in my studio, but really my heart lies with the plein air painting, and I've not been doing that for a very long time now, because the kind of landscape I like to paint is not here. In this part of the Netherlands, but well, also other parts of the Netherlands, really. It's also so cultivated, and I like, probably because I lived my childhood in Sardinia, I like the really raw nature, and so I am waiting for an opportunity to go either to Sardinia or another country where there is such a stunning view and paint again. I don't even care if the weather isn't nice, as long as it's not quite stormy. So hopefully next year I will be out with my field easel again. So you see me adding the last brush strokes to this recorded part of the painting process. I've done some minor things afterwards, but I didn't record that because otherwise my video would become too long. So yes, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions concerning my technique, the materials I use, please leave a comment below and I'll be happy to get back to you. Next video, I'm not quite sure what it is going to be about, but probably it will be there in 1 or 2 weeks. So see you next time. Bye.